Well, Fran, this is an absolute mess out here right now, and just in time for the evening commute, right at 5 o'clock, this log truck overturned, actually crashed into the back of a car. The person who was in that car was taken to the hospital. We aren't sure of the extent of that person's injuries at this time. Now, I'm going to move out of the way so you can see exactly what's going on. Officials just asked us to move back because they are getting ready to turn the truck upright. As you can see, it's flipped on its side. Now, they say gas is leaking from the truck and they will be able to stop that leak from happening if they are able to turn this upright. So they're getting ready to roll that truck over. Now, all these logs that you see out here, officers on the scene say it's going to take hours to clean this all up. So what does this mean for you or your loved one if they're driving home right now? We just got to the scene here and we were talking to some officials with Brunswick County, and they do say that 2 people were taken to New Hanover Regional Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. And I'm not sure if Ben can zoom in much closer to that boat that you see out there, but from what I understand, that is the helicopter upside down that's in the water. We were trying to bring you a shot from near the pier, and police told us that they would arrest us from over there if we didn't get out of the way. So they told us we had to come back to our hotel. We could do whatever we wanted on hotel property, but if we go off hotel property, they said they would arrest us. That's how serious they're taking this curfew tonight. Folks here in Chadbourn spent the day cleaning up, and as you can see, there's still a lot of work to do. This is Bobby Hardy's front porch, and as you can see, his house is right over here. He tells us that this actually blew off the front of his house, over his house, and ended up here in his backyard.
The wind was blowing, so I decided I was on my way to the door to see what was happening. Before I got there, all of a sudden I hear roaring, and the wind just flew in on me. It happened so fast, within 20 seconds, it had already done the damage and gone.
After the storm was gone, Bobby was amazed to see the damage it left behind.
These trees, they were beautiful. They just rung right off, and some of the debris here came from across the street.
The force of the wind so strong, part of the debris is stuck in the ground.
Now here's where something came over the top and just buried itself in here, and it's that way down in the ground. Look. It won't even come up.
One of the biggest surprises from the storm.
Oh, you're so greedy.
Hardy's horses didn't run off last night when the microburst blew down the fence in their field.
I was so amazed. I said, Lord, I know my horse is going to be gone. They had to be scared to death, all this debris flying through here.
Today, neighbors helped him make repairs so he and his family can stay in the house. Just one of the reasons he has a smile on his face.
Out of all this that happened, I still have joy. You know, I let nothing get me down because I know that everything here is vanity. In other words, I'm going to leave it here anyway, you understand? But what I'm doing, I'm building my treasures in heaven, so when I get up there, everything will be all right. I can't take none of this with me.
Just another example of how powerful this storm was. Bobby says that these stairs were in front of one of his homes here on his property, but they were blown by the storm just to the middle of his backyard. So as you can see, he still has a lot of work to do to clean up. But Bobby tells me when he goes to church on Sunday, he's going to be thankful that this was not worse. Reporting in Chadbourn, I'm Ashley Kozakowski, WECT News. We are here on the set of Safe Haven, and we just got treated to a fireworks show out here. That's because they are filming a scene that involves fireworks. Now later tonight they're actually going to be setting fire to a store down here. So a lot of excitement around here. There are a lot of people just hanging on the outskirts of the set who were watching the fireworks show, just trying to catch a glimpse of some of those stars. And we got pretty excited here too. We saw some stars and some sparks. Things are pretty quiet now. That's not how it was just hours ago. There were a lot of people out here helping the property owner here to clean up. Now, if you look behind me, you can see this pile of debris. Well, this used to be a barn, and now it's just twisted metal and debris laying here. This is one of the hardest hit places that we've seen here in Pender County, but a lot of people witnessed this storm, so a lot of scary moments here.
Part of this over here is the shed and the shop that was behind us.
Kelly Bloodworth shows us where a storm ripped through his property. It flattened 2 of his barns, it lifted 3 silos and tossed them hundreds of yards. But the damage that most upsets him is what the storm did to his vineyard.
As you can see, this one here is about had it.
Oh, so this was
a grapevine.
This is where he grows grapes for Duplin Winery. He says about 300 plants were damaged.
It's just devastating to walk out and see how much damage can be done in a matter of seconds. It's scary.
From the vineyard, the storm took a straight path through Atkinson. Ashley Myers and her husband watched from their front porch.
As we got going down the road after we left, we looked back and we could see the debris. I guess it was going through the trees.
They got in their car and fled.
I was kind of scared that I was going to come back and not see a house anymore. That's what I was worried about the most.
Further east, firefighter Stacy Metters went right to work cleaning debris right after witnessing the storm.
It was just turning. It wasn't a full funnel, but you know, you see the clouds turning and just a little bit of debris in the top.
What did you think when you saw that?
And grab my kid and run.
Only minutes after the storm blew through, folks started cleaning up. Bloodworth says despite the damage to his vineyard and barns, he's lucky.
Well, I'm just thankful that no one's hurt. That's the main thing. We can build all this back.
And it seems like folks here in Pender County were really lucky. When we talked to the Atkinson Fire Department, officials there told us that there weren't any reports of anyone hurt in the Atkinson community, but, you know, just some minor damage to homes here and, of course, the damage to Mr. Bloodworth's property, as you can see behind me. And he said that he will start to clean up and rebuild tomorrow. Reporting live tonight, I'm Ashley Kozakowski, WECT News.
I want my money back and I'm not going anywhere. Call the police.
Hilda Cotton is one of the victims of the reported scammers inside this church on 17th Street. She's one of the few that came back to demand her money back.
I find out after my daughter called that it's a fraud.
Today, a group set up shop here, claiming they're signing folks up for the Black Farmers Settlement. The fee, $20 to notarize the form. Reverend Stephen Bradley claims he knows nothing about the group that used the church, but blocked us when we were trying to get close to them.
If it's not a scam, then they don't need to be hiding.
And it seemed like they were trusting.
Okay.
Now, instead of getting to talk to the scammers behind this locked door, a woman who introduced herself as a church member came out and tried to offer an explanation.
I don't know what this is. I really don't.
Is this a scam or what's going on?
No, it's not a scam. I mean, if it's a scam, how do you think people will come in and just give their money to people? Why would it be a scam? I don't work for the government.
Well, then who here does? And who here is handing this out saying they're working for the government?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who did it.
All right. Well, it sounds like we aren't getting any real answers here.
She denies that the form was handed out here inside the church. The answers, or lack thereof, I found pretty frustrating.
This is crazy. This is crazy. We don't know where this paper came from, and people are telling me they're handing out these papers in here.
It's not ours.
Whether the church members had any idea of what was going on, or if they also were victims of this group, remains to be seen.
This sounds it just sounds shady.
Mm-hmm. It very well could be.
All right, let's go. Run it. Doubles, quick key, both sides up.
Set, blue.
Good. Yeah. There we go. Attaboy.
For Cougar fans, the last 2 seasons were ones to forget.
Ricky Flex 134, Negacy Shallow. Ready, set, blue.
Since 2012, the South Brunswick football team lost 21 games on the field.
Slow. Zip, 280, bow out.
Set, blue. Blue. Off the field, these players lost 2 teammates, Isaiah Randolph and James Prince, and an assistant coach, affectionately known as Pops.
Number 8 is going to play right here. You come right here and just set a pick on him.
That made Daniel Finn's job even tougher.
You're not getting out of practice early tomorrow.
Finn left the athletic director position at Southeast Raleigh, took a pay cut, and moved his family to Southport to take over as the new head coach.
When you're not winning and then you go through losses in your program and in your Cougar family, it's tough on everybody. Our kids have been extremely strong, and we're really preaching this Cougar family thing, which is really special for me because, again, I hadn't really had that small community to feel. But just as long as we've all been staying together and we support each other a lot, and you know, it kind of keeps everybody going forward. Ricky Flex bunch, 280 Z flat.
But it's a new year and a new attitude.
Go grab them by the face mask, let them drag dirt, do something. But I can't sit here and watch this crap and nothing happen. Everything you do, you have to act like a champion and look like a champion. So I'm trying to bring that mentality and that atmosphere here to South Brunswick. Nobody's really said anything good about our program in a long, long time. and we should take offense to that. And I'm trying to play that edge to where we're the underdogs. Everybody's kicking us while we're down. You know, be sick and tired of it.
While the outside expectations are low, inside this program there's a sense of togetherness and family. The players have experienced many losses, and Finn wants them to start thinking like winners.
State champs on 3. 1, 2, 3.
State champs! Ready, get a ball, get in your shooting position. Don't start till the music starts. Wait for it. Elbow in, knees bent, hand in the cookie jar when you follow through. Go!
This isn't your ordinary PE class.
Using your legs and following through. Good work.
I made one.
Good, good. Go get another one.
Nick Westfall's fourth graders at Virginia Williamson Elementary are working on their shooting skills in a game of hula hut basketball.
High and up like that.
Really?
Shoot as many balls as you can into the basket.
There you go. That's a good shooting form. Good work.
And protect your hula hut at all times.
We're done. Get the room. Get the room. Run!
Childhood obesity is a tough subject, but Westfall's philosophy on prevention is simple. Keep kids active by setting a good example.
We have to be models. If we want our children to choose healthy, we need the people they look up to be healthy as well.
Another unique thing about Mr. Westfall's class is when the students leave the gym, the lesson doesn't stop. He actually gives them activities like arm circles to practice at home. That's right, PE homework.
Justice, get those balls, start shooting, buddy.
If you say PE homework, it's a funny thing. It's almost like a joke. You don't hear that a lot. And that's the main thing. You have to find something they enjoy, and practicing at home is one of the biggest things. That we need parents on board with physical activity just like we need them on board with reading.
And at the end of each activity session, there are still plenty of questions. So Westfall gathers the group together for one last reminder of what they learned.
Metabolism is what?
Burning calories.
Burning calories.
It was a star-studded event here on the red carpet for the world premiere of Iron Man 3. With hundreds of cameras crammed on the red carpet, we had to do something to set us apart. Written with a Sharpie, this simple sign that says, "Here all the way from Wilmington," ended up attracting a lot of the stars. We're all the way from Wilmington, North Carolina. What did you think about Wilmington?
We were just saying we had a blast there. We stayed on Figure 8 Island, and the locals were so cool to us, and we have such fond memories.
Robert Downey Jr., not the only one with fond memories of the port city. Hi, Gwyneth Paltrow. We're from Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh, hi.
How did you like Wilmington?
Oh, we loved it. It's so beautiful. We had such a nice summer there. It was amazing.
Sometimes we needed a little more than the sign to get the stars to come our way. Don, we're all the way from Wilmington. Can you come and talk to us all the way from Wilmington, North Carolina? Don Cheadle graciously gave us an interview, even though he was being rushed inside the theater for the movie. We talked about his experience filming last summer.
It was hot in that suit, I'll tell you that much. I mean, it was great. I stayed on the golf course. I got to play a lot, and everybody there was really, really kind to me.
Cheadle told us he enjoyed golfing at Landfall and Eagle Point during the little downtime he had while filming. And according to Shane Black, Iron Man 3's director, there was little time for fun, but they all did get a chance to enjoy the beach.
We were at Wrightsville Beach. I was staying there. So every day I'd get up and I'd look out on the beach and, and then I'd go to work.
As for returning to town,
I would go back in a heartbeat. I love it there.
Iron Man mania has hit Hollywood, but don't worry, it'll hit the rest of the nation soon when this movie opens on May 3rd. Reporting in Hollywood, I'm Ashley Kozakowski, Carolina in the Morning.